Fans, after a humiliating season in terms of defense against the run game, the management went to the market and made a trade that could change everything. And the suggestion came from someone with very specific memories of a recent loss. A former Patriot arrived in New Orleans with a clear mission: stop the bleeding of explosive runs. But will a single addition really fix the team's worst flaw in 2024? Welcome! Show your support for the Saints by reaching 100 likes on today's video. The New Orleans Saints finished the 2024 season with one of the worst run defenses in the entire NFL. Not just in generic statistics, but in what truly hurts teams: big plays. They allowed 18 runs of 20 yards or more, the third worst mark in the league. This is not just concerning, it's unacceptable for a team that, even in rebuilding, cannot allow such vulnerabilities. To solve this chronic problem, new head coach Kellen Moore and defensive coordinator Brandon Staley sought a known solution: Davin Godchaux, former Patriots and Dolphins player who arrives with a very specific mission: to plug the hole in the middle of the defensive line. The trade with the Patriots, made back in March, may have gone unnoticed by some, but for those who follow the tactical underpinnings of the NFL, it makes perfect sense. Godchaux is a 30-year-old veteran with over 420 tackles in his career and experience as a nose tackle and defensive tackle in both 3-4 and 4-3 schemes. His specialty? Stopping the run. His physical style, with quick reading and strength to hold the point of attack, is exactly what was missing from the Saints' front seven last year. What confirms this is journalist Ross Jackson of Locked On Saints, who highlighted Godchaux has the ability to line up inside and occupy two gaps, as well as offering versatility to transition between formations. He can transform the Saints' run defense. Even more curious is the backstory that motivated Godchaux's arrival. Brandon Staley, the current defensive coordinator of the Saints and former head coach of the Chargers, had already faced the defender when he was in Los Angeles. According to Jackson, Staley mentioned to Kellen Moore, then the offensive coordinator of the Chargers, during a flight before facing the Patriots, that we wouldn't be able to run against this guy. Sure enough, Godchaux dominated that matchup and left a mark. Now, under the leadership of Moore and Staley, he will be a central piece of a defensive unit that urgently needs to find its identity again. And the timing couldn't be more opportune. With the departure of Malcolm Roach and the physical inconsistency of Brian Bresee, the Saints needed a reliable pillar on the defensive line. Godchaux could be that name. Of course, one player alone doesn't solve everything. The group needs to evolve as a whole. But the arrival of a veteran with this background and motivated to play in the state where he made history in college at LSU could be the fuel needed to reignite the fight in the Saints' defense. My opinion? The trade for Davin Godchaux was surgical and underestimated by most national media. We're not talking about a flashy pass rusher, but rather a line technician who does the dirty work that doesn't show up in the statistics but changes games. In a division where teams like Atlanta and Carolina prioritize the run game, having a reliable defender in the middle is essential. But what about you, Saints fan? Do you believe Godchaux could be the pillar needed for the defense to stop bleeding on the ground? Or are the problems deeper than just one piece? Comment below, like the video, and subscribe to the channel, because if the defense doesn't react now, not even the return of Drew Brees would solve 2025.